nobody like a draw, you know, from a guy that get knockouts and things like that. But it's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more, and I should have did more. I was lost in the. I lost track in the rounds.
You know, after having a couple of minutes to decompress, what are you thinking right now?
I mean, obviously, I want to go back and watch it, but clearly in there, man, I thought I won. I thought I did enough to get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the motherfucking bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate True Boxing Media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won, and I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to dance again.
That's why we need what is it called? Yeah, man. I didn't know what round it was. Facts.
Tank, Eric Blum from DailyMail.com. First off, your coach just said, can you confirm, did you get your hair done 2 days before the fight?
Yeah. I ran water over it today, but I must ain't do it enough.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on? And
I didn't want to get caught.
Well, like I said again, they've been knowing each other since they were little. And Roach, he stepped up for the cause. He stepped up. You know what I'm saying? Again, Tank history, I always sit there and tell you, I don't like knockouts, like punishment, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes things gotta happen to make you get back to where you belong at, you know what I'm saying? And that was a good, skillful ass fight. Skillful. Both of them would take certain chances, some of them take chances, you know what I'm saying? We seen, it was like we was on a boat and it was just like this, you know? But we thought he could have did more.
Thought he could have did more, and hack off to Lamont Roach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was prepared.
Yeah.
There were shots that he took that the average person would have went out on. And he took, pretty much Tank was sitting on the uppercut and he threw it and he was able to catch some of those uppercuts.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta give him credit.
I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning. And like you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, But I didn't really know that you can get disqualified for all that. Or when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
Tank, how much does it hurt to have the draw on your record now? And do you think it's going to stand as some sort of renewed motivation for you, like the guys were saying, as you proceed through these next couple fights?
Yeah, it just put, food to the fire and things like that.
It just went down. He just, like you said, we looked at 3 rounds. Brian was calling, I need 3. We got 1. I need 2. He got the 2. But he forgot where he was at. He thought he was still in the 8th round. He thought he still had rounds to go.
Thought he still had rounds to go. Thought he was in the 8th round.
He was good. We just couldn't figure out why he wouldn't pick it up.
Right. And so I think it was maybe a lack of focus just for a little bit, and we'll fix that. But nevertheless, I think that made that fight a draw.
So what did you think about, going into that fight as far as going back and forth with Tank as far as throwing more combinations over the course of those rounds?
I just think, going into the fight, I knew I had what it takes. Like I said, I knew I had a chin. I spar guys that were junior middleweights, middleweights, current champions that was at that weight. So I know I can take a punch. He's twitchy in there. I do see why he knocked people out. Being up close and personal, obviously I seen it on the TV and shit like that, but I understand why he knocked people out. I'm not gonna tell y'all because y'all gonna tell him. But I just knew that I can be in there, and I knew that I can do better than him to win rounds, win exchanges, because he fighting spurts.
In front of you. There you go. Thank you. So I gotta ask. When you think about this decision and it being a draw, and you think about what happened in the 9th round, how frustrated are you that that wasn't counted as a knockdown?
Man, I'm not. Honestly, I thought I should have won without that. Without that being counted a knockdown. Look, I ain't the ref. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he had to wipe sweat out his eye, he had to wipe sweat out his eye. But the rules do state if you voluntarily take a knee, then that's an automatic 8 count. But it is what it is. I wasn't relying on that. I was relying on what I was doing in there. I think I was taking control. I think I was landing more shots. I think I was landing more power shots. And I thought I was doing my thing. So I'm not really that frustrated about that. But if that was kind of a knockdown, I would win the majority decision.
Fail to the fire, but it's cool. It's cool. The draw is okay. It's all right. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me too. That was on me for sure. Cause I ain't pick it up when I supposed to pick it up, and I could have definitely did more. Definitely did more.
Gervonta, congrats on a good fight. You know, you originally were gonna call somebody out, you said, after the fight, but you know, since the draw happened, it looks like Lamont Roach rematch is what's on the horizon. But who were you gonna call out? What was the plan originally?
I think he was here. He came in my locker room.
Shakur Stevenson?
The fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach was an intense battle that had fans on the edge of their seats. Both fighters gave everything they had, showing their skills, heart, and determination. Now that the fight is over, the big question is, what comes next for both of them? After such a competitive fight, many fans are wondering if we will see a rematch between Davis and Roach. While Davis walked away with the victory, Roach proved he is not an easy opponent. He showed great toughness and had moments in the fight where he pushed Tank to his limits. If Roach demands a rematch and the fans want it, there's a strong chance we could see these two warriors face off again in the future. Tank Davis remains one of the biggest stars in boxing. With another win under his belt, his options are wide open. Some fans are calling for him to take on even bigger names in the division. A fight against top contenders or even a super fight against another champion could be on the horizon. There's also speculation about a possible move up in weight or a highly anticipated showdown with other top fighters in his division. No matter what, Tank's next fight will be a major event in boxing. Even though Roach didn't get the win, he gained a lot of respect from fans and boxing experts. His performance proved that he belongs at the top level. Depending on what he wants next, he could go after another top fighter in his weight class or work his way back up for a rematch with Davis. A few more strong performances could put him right back in title contention. A rematch isn't out of the question, but it depends on what both fighters want. If the demand is high and Roach can prove he deserves another shot, the rematch could happen sooner rather than later. Tank might also look for a bigger challenge elsewhere. But if Roach continues to shine, their paths could cross again. For now, fans will have to wait and see what's next. One thing is certain, both fighters left a lasting impression and their futures in boxing are still very bright.